In this video, we are going to help you find your pelvic floor, or what some people like to think of as your Kegel muscles. However, unlike Kegels, we will not just be contracting the muscles, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We will be engaging and, just as importantly, releasing. So remembering that when you contract your pelvic floor, the muscles lift slightly, and when you release or relax them, they lower. So we're working on that movement of the pelvic floor, and we're going to coordinate it with the breathing. So you will be seated in a chair, and you'll have to have some props, and the props you will need are those little Nerf golf balls that we gave out at the workshop. For some of you, some of our people are sort of numb down there. They don't have a lot of feeling or sensitivity. Quite normal. We live in a culture that we really, the word vagina and pelvis is sort of taboo. So for that population, we're going to use full round balls to really help you gain some sensitivity in that area. Some people are very sensitive in that area and easily in pain. So in order to not flare you up, we're going to recommend that you do the exercise with your Nerf golf ball cut in half. But whichever version you're doing, you're going to do the same exercise. So Jessie's going to show you on our pelvis model now where you're going to place the balls, because again, you're not really going to see anything as she's doing it. So if you could show them the pelvis looking at it from below, and she's going to place one ball between the pubic bone and the vagina. And then she's going to place another ball behind the vagina, between the vagina and the anus. Okay, so go ahead and place your balls, Jessie. So whichever version you're doing at home, either the full balls or the half balls. You're going to place one between the anus and the vagina and one between the pubic bone and the vagina. And you may feel like they're touching. It's okay. It's just to give some feedback to your brain about those muscles and what's going on down there. So now you want to make sure that you're sitting in your quote-unquote neutral, and if need be, go back and you can hit pause and go back and review that video. So we're going to start the exercise now. So as you inhale, you're going to energetically allow the balls to spread apart. They don't really move, but get a sense of opening and allowing the balls to spread apart. And on your exhale, just energetically, the balls aren't really going to move, get a sense of pulling front to back, back to front, pulling them toward each other. Inhale, allow them to spread, allow the vagina to open, allow the muscles to release. And exhale, get that sense of pulling one toward the other, even though they don't really move. And keep going while I talk to you. So you may be feeling a lot of activity in your anal sphincter. Just take note. Now, if you are, it's okay to feel some activity in your anal sphincter, but if that's really the focus, see if just you can shift your intention a little bit forward toward the vagina and center your energy of spreading and letting go and lifting and pulling the balls together to that area. And now we're going to place the balls in a different orientation. So again, if you could show them on the pelvis model, our focus now is going to be the side to side pull. So as if you're pulling one sit bone toward the other, and show them the orientation of the muscles. Just draw your line. Yeah, those are sort of the muscles we're focused on now. So you are going to place one ball inside, on either side, inside the sit bones. And if they're a little bit on the bone, that's okay. But basically you want them just inside your sit bones. And we're going to do the same exercise, but just focusing on a different line of pull. So once again, go ahead and inhale. Feel the muscles opening and energetically the balls spreading apart, even though they don't actually move. As you exhale, get a sense of pulling the balls toward each other, in toward the midline, even though they don't actually move. Exhale, opening, feeling that opening and spreading. And exhale, bring your sit bones toward each other. And inhale, open and spread, and feel the pelvic floor. Perhaps you feel it lowering a little bit. And as you exhale, perhaps you feel it lifting just a little bit as you energetically pull the balls toward each other. And then guess what comes next? All 4 balls and both lines of pull. So you're going to place one behind the pubic bone in front of the vagina and one between the vagina and the anus. As you inhale, feel the vagina opening, the pelvic floor releasing, and the balls energetically spreading apart. As you exhale, feel the vagina closing, the pelvic floor lifting, and energetically you're pulling the balls toward each other, front to back, side to side. Inhale, spread those balls apart. Let the vagina open, pelvic floor release. Exhale, energetically pull side to side, front to back, pulling the balls in toward each other, feeling the pelvic floor lift. Exhale, inhale, open and spread. And exhale, pull the balls toward each other, front to back, side to side. Good. Now remove the balls. And we're going to do a little palpation. So you're in the privacy of your own home. You're going to place the palm of your hand on your pelvic floor. And just see, we're not going to cue the lift. I just want to see first if you can feel it. So this is small and subtle. You might not feel, don't be looking for a big movement. Just see if you can feel as you inhale, your pelvic floor gently pushing a little bit into your hand. And as you exhale, see if you feel it gently lifting off, a little pressure decrease. Keep doing that a few times and just see if you don't feel, as you inhale, a little bit of increase in pressure on your hand. And as you exhale, a little bit of decrease in pressure on your hand. This is just a check-in. If you don't feel the natural recoil, we're going to have you intentionally release and intentionally lift to see if you can feel that. So on the next inhale, whenever that is, as you inhale, intentionally let go, opening the vagina. And as you exhale, intentionally close and lift off your hand. And keep going and just see if you can feel it with the intention. And don't worry if you don't. This is extremely subtle. What I recommend is this is really good homework, and that I recommend that you start by doing it with intention first until you feel it. And then check in every once in a while and see if you can then feel it without telling yourself to close and lift on the exhale, but just the natural recoil.